God bless.
Okay. Yes, we are back at it again. So I think we need to head down here to see Tomcat because he has a new fighting techniques for us. There's also Mutt, our hound, to get him as well. So I guess we're gonna head down that way now, see what's gonna go on down there. So let's just do the fast travel down there. Gondor, good to see you, brother. How you doing? Yeah, I'll stop by.
Hail, good man. God be with you. And with you.
Hey, Sparrow.
How about taking a break?
Hey, Alex. Good to see you.
Rest those
Hope you all are having a mighty fine
I
day.
won't bite.
That's a relief. What were you going to offer me?
Curiosity killed the cat. No shame in that, though. They call me Barley.
You have a peculiar name.
If I were ordinary, well, that's just another way of saying boring. And boring's not for me. So I wander the roads collecting my riddles, and if I meet anyone I find interesting, I'll happily work a riddle on them.
I had a good day. I was out a bit shopping with the family, bought some new furniture for the living room, and got myself some new polos. So, this one being one. Bought 4 new. I needed them. So yeah, just stand-up normal day, and tomorrow I got work. So, yeah. Good day. Alright, tell me a riddle.
A riddle? Very well. Let's hear it.
Now, listen carefully. What belongs to you alone, but is used more often by others? Any idea?
My sword, my name, my clothes, my money. That has to be my name.
My name.
That's
Yeah.
right!
Yeah, your name?
You have
Yeah.
a learned
I know.
head on those shoulders. The robes of a priest would suit you better than a sword.
They really wouldn't, I assure you.
More's the pity. But down to business.
My money is just a
I
sad
have a
answer.
proposition for you. You deserve a reward for solving my riddle. Except you've caught me flat broke. I can give you some of what little I have, or teach you some of what I know. What'll it be?
I think we're gonna go for some knowledge. I think if we go with knowledge, it's gonna give us experience and some more perk points. Let's go with that.
I'm always up for learning something new. What can you teach me?
I spend my days on the roads and my nights in the taverns. What interests you more?
Taverns, travels. I think travels.
Tell me about your experience on the road.
You can't beat a sturdy pair of shoes and a good supply of wine or ale with you. And keep an eye on the clouds. They can tell you if a big storm is brewing and whether you'll have time to find some shelter.
I'll bear that in mind.
And you'll stay dry. Farewell.
Steal this one. Oh, yeah, you're right. We can actually just steal now from him. If he's gonna stand still, that is. No, he's just walking off. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we do have plenty of money. I did do some little bit of stuff off stream, so I managed to level up a bit of my alchemy and also blacksmithing and selling stuff, while also getting a bit more armor. So we're actually doing all right now on money and the gear, I would say. So now we're gonna
Hellboy20 asked me.
progress further with stuff. Hey, Hellboy.
Hear ye, brave Sir Simon, thy sword is sharp, thy armor shiny, yet thou hast forgotten the most vital
Skaven?
weapon of all, the holy sausage of
Hope I got your name right.
Snackendorf.
Thank you for the
Legends
follow.
say it grants 10 stamina and prevents accidental horse dismounts. Fetch it post-haste lest thou fall victim to the dreaded enemy known as hunger. Also stop petting the chickens, they do not grant XP. Finally, a fellow knight who understands the true battle cry of our ancestors. Feast first, fight later.
Wow, what was
How could I
that?
forget the legendary holy sausage of Snackendorf? Only a fool rides into battle on an empty stomach, and hunger takes no prisoners. As for the chickens, perhaps they don't grant XP, but they sure make clucking good sidekicks until dinner time. Now, onward to nourishment and glory, lest we fall to an empty stomach and a pesky chicken army.
A pesky chicken army? Okay. What are you doing here, good old boy? Convinced Scar to try escape from Duck Off today. He loved it and said you need to play sometime. Never they make it co-op when released. Yeah, he did tell me. He did tell me that he was trying out that Escape from Duck Off and he had great funs in it. And apparently they are going to make the game co-op with the release of it. So if that is going to happen, then we will try it. No doubt. I mean, no doubt. We need to. So, that's a big yes, Corn Dog. I think I broke the whole stream for myself. Oh, there you go. Fuck around and find out. Alright, so more fast travel. Head down there. I'm still a bit split on if I should go longsword or just normal sword, regular sword. I don't think I'm going to be using shield in this let's play. I want to make my Henry into sort of a duelist, which means no shield. No shield, just only parry and offensive attack maneuvers. Where the shield is actually going to slow you down. So what do you think is the best then? Longsword is too OP? I don't think they're too OP, Hillboy. Because the thing is, I did some reading on Reddit and people actually say that these see the normal standard sword without shield being the most OP if you get the perks in the game surrounding it. Because you are really fast with a standard sword in the game and no shield. Really fast. So if you learn how to use it, as in the parry and the counter parries, you can do some really nice finesse moves in this game. And I love to see that. You like the green bar? That's my horse stamina.
Up! Up!
Horsey.
There now.
Apparently this horse is ugly and bad because everybody's just saying this is an ugly mare and it's a goddamn mule, so I don't know, man. It's a horse, so right, so we need to head up here. So we're gonna go to that road. Are we looking right now on energy and everything? We need to eat something. Let's go for some food. Got some dried venison here. Get that, good. So yeah, off stream I've been doing a bit of gathering. So I made some more potions, leveled up alchemy, did some blacksmithing, did a bit of exploration in this first zone here. Like the stuff that I would say can be boring to watch. So some level ups. So now we're gonna progress further with some of the mission markers in the game.
Quick!
Yeah, the green to the left there, that's the horse stamina. It's not horse health. I don't think your horse can die in this game. I mean, maybe if you shoot it, then you can. Is this a road? Is this a path? It is. Okay, we need to go up here. Yeah. Or maybe we need to go down here around instead. Huh. Yeah, I think we have to go this way around. Nice, Hellboy.
Go!
I mean, I think no matter what weapon you go for, as long as you learn to use your weapon and you master it, I think all weapons works perfectly fine. And the so-called being OP is about how good are you at the game when it comes to the sword fights. Or just, not sword fights, but melee. One thing that people do miss a lot in this game is weapons have stats requirements. So I have this ᛃᛟᛁᚾ right here. Over here, it requires minimum strength of 8 and minimum agility of 8 as well. A lot of people overlook this. if you do not have the points to wield your weapon, do not equip your weapon, because you're going to nerf yourself so much. So much. So people need to keep this in their mind. Different weapons requires a different stats to be wielded.
Quick. Gah!
Just a bit further.
Nomad's camp.
What is this hooved monster?
See? They do not like my horsey. Agree, Will. Yeah, I agree. I agree. From what I can understand, when it comes to basically the realistic lore behind this era, is a longsword is made for show off. But when it comes to warfare, then the sword and a shield is your go-to. Like, you do not bring a longsword out on the battlefield normally. The longsword is basically just for show off. It's for showing how masterful you are with a blade. But when it comes to being efficient and in going berserk and killing in a row, you rather want to have your shield and your sword, not a longsword. If you want something with an extra reach, then you would go for something else like a halberd, not the longsword.
God grant you health.
Yeah, bitch. I do, because I'm a badass. But yeah, so right now I'm just using a standard sword and no shield, because I want to try and see if I can make... Someone wants to talk with me. I want to see if I can do like a duelist. So, bow and arrow and a blade, and see how effective it is. And then I might switch some long sword into it as well throughout the gameplay. Alright, so it's a camp where there is merchant.
Ale.
Yeah, the longsword is a show of force. Yes, it is. It's a show of force. Yes. Pikes, hammers, maces, and halberds were the most used for warfare. Yep. And the most deadly as well. Spear as well. Spear as well. Alright, I guess it's this fella down here I need to speak with. Combat arena. Do we need to fight here?
Good day to you.
My name is Henry, and I've heard in the village that you're a renowned strongman, juggler, and moreover, skilled with a weapon. Is that true?
Depends. Why do you ask?
I'm looking for someone to help me.
What's it about?
Well, it's complicated. But the short version is, a few days ago I barely avoided the gravedigger's shovel. I thought I was done for. That's how badly beaten I was. And now, well, I'm feeling a bit unsure in combat. I'll need to regain my confidence, if you know what I mean.
Aye.
I
that
got
can
plenty
do.
of confidence.
If what you say is true, I could really help you out, friend. I've been missing a good fighter around here.
Rarely use range this playthrough. Crossbow is fun though, if you have time to reload. Yeah, and I think for me, I prefer the bow, average. And the way I have made it now is I have a perk that if I hit anybody with a bow, I'm gonna lower the stamina regen. I'm basically gonna debuff them, so they're gonna be not as competent in melee anymore. So if I see a heavy armored guy I need to take down, or group, then I just basically pin the heaviest guy with the first arrow, because then he's gonna be not sit out, but he's not gonna be as effective anymore in combat. So just send one arrow, maybe two arrows, and then I switch to my sword and be ready for them. I think my range is level 3. Yeah, you need to level it up. What you can do to level it up, something I've done off stream, is you can go to those shooting ranges and you can then do join a competition, and then you are gonna wager a bit of money, and you're gonna get free arrows, and that's gonna be an easy way to just level up archery for free. There's actually some pretty interesting perks in archery. I can show you some of them when we're done with the dialogues here. We'll say it's normal when considering that an arrow in whatever non-fatal part of your body is heavy. Yeah. Imagine getting a goddamn arrow stuck to your side, alright, just hitting right next to your kidney, and then you need to go in there with the sword after it and do a combat with the big armor on. Man, oh, that must hurt so much. Tommaso, good to see you. How you doing? I am loving this game. Alright, what do we want in return?
What would you like in return?
Oh, please. I'll do it out of sheer kindness.
Oh, he's a kind
I
friend.
don't have anything to do right now anyway. You can pay me next time.
Right, so the thing is, in this game, if we want to be a scumbag, then whenever stuff comes like this, where we need to pay money for certain things, then we can basically linger around and wait for nightfall. Then when he goes to sleep, we can go and rob him and get the money back. I think when I see the opportunity to get our money back by robbing, stealing, I'll do it. I'll do it. We might look noble, but we are not noble. Been sick as a dog these past weeks, but I'm getting better. Oh, no. Yeah, I've, like, on release of this game, Tommaso, I was sick as well. So I was playing this game a bit off stream, because I was sick. And then I went for a new playthrough now, with streaming and YouTube and everything, because I'm well again.
We can start right away.
All right. Follow me to the arena.
Should we wear the heavy armor now? Look at this. Look at this. Oh yeah, so this item right here, which is Brunswick Brigandin, however you pronounce that. I looted that. Where was it now? It was over... I think it was up here. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I think it was up here. Up here. I got that item. And that's apparently a part of that that's what killed the legendary armor in the game. You get from... That was basically hinted in the start of the game. Think I'm getting this game is just too enjoyable to watch. Yes. Yes. Just I'm not gonna say more than that, but just yes.
Should we begin?
Here's a practice longsword.
I found the helmet.
So we don't hurt each other. Let's see what you've got. We'll start with exchanges, and if you do well, we'll try something harder.
I think I know where the helmet is.
Commit to it. Don't stop after a single strike. Dish out several.
This guy.
Now I'm going to show you a simple technique that builds on that. You'll attack from the right, then left, then right again.
Right, left,
Attacks
right.
follow one after the other. And you don't even have to break through your opponent's cover.
So right, left, and then right again.
Exactly. You could also
because
do it the other way around.
I believe I found the helmet on my first test playthrough, average. On my first test playthrough, I did the first mission for the blacksmith, I did the first mission for Miller down south, and then I did some map exploration. That's a few side missions. But that's what I did in my first test playthrough while I was being sick. So we're actually pretty fast now, getting up to the point in the main missions where I do not know what's going to happen to the game. But I do believe I found the helmet somewhere on a bandit camp in the forest where it was struck down. And there was some altars, some crosses in stone where I could loot it. Yeah.
I'll let you have exactly 3 strikes, so you're not wasting effort just flailing around.
I'll get it. Let's do it.
1, 2, 3.
Why didn't you finish?
I did finish. You want more? Here.
Come on, keep going.
Right, left, right. Isn't that what he said? Right, left, right. Okay.
Beautiful. Once more.
Let's try the opposite now. Left, right,
Beautiful.
left. Why didn't it work the first times?
Aye, you've got the hang of it. Let's try something more difficult. I'll teach you a real technique.
Sparrow, when it comes to the specs of this game, I saw a guy on YouTube, he did some testing of it, where he got some early access for the game. He was playing this game on a 2080 Ti, and he had no issues. He just had everything set to medium quality on the graphics, and he could run the game in 60 frames. So, as long as your PC is not ancient, you should be fine with this game. One thing I recommend is go and manually update the DLSS in this game. Do a manual update on DLSS, because the game is going to look better and it's going to run better at the same time. If you have the bug that I do, is when I boot up the game, I can feel some sort of like... it feels like latency. I have some movement latency when I move my mouse around, a bit stuttery-ish. Just by tapping the game down and tapping the game up again, completely fixed it for me. How do I update the DLSS? You just type on Google NVIDIA DLSS newest version, click the link, download it, and then put it into the right folder. It's not needed. It's more like if you want to be a tech nerd. I prefer to be a tech nerd. If I know there's something I can do to make the game run better and look better, I do it. But it's not really needed, so... yeah.
Odin is happy.
You start with a slash from above, then from the right, and when your opponent expects another attack from
2
above,
years of Prime. Thank you.
you do a quick side
Legend.
step and drag your blade horizontally across his belly.
Up,
So
right,
I'll
left.
start from the top, then from the right, and then...
From the left. Remember, top, right, and finally left.
All right, let's give it a try.
I'll let you make 3 strikes just like before. No more.
All right?
Why?
Wrong.
No! I'm
And this
doing
time
up,
from the right
right,
direction.
left, but the game is not recognizing it. What's going on here? So, up, right, left. It's not doing it!
Enough. You're attacking from the wrong direction.
Can you tell me what I'm doing wrong here? Up, right, left.
See?
So now it
That's
works.
The way. Again. Beautiful.
That's so weird. How long will you be streaming? I will be streaming for 3 hours is from now. 2.5 hours from now, I think. Just gotta be right, man. Need to follow the arrow. I am following the arrow. I am. The arrow is indicating where my next hit is gonna be. The red marker. So I would say I am doing it correctly.
That's that.
Oh,
You
anyways,
don't even have
we
to use
completed
the
it.
longsword for this technique. It'll work with any other weapon.
That'll come in handy.
And one more piece of advice. Any attack can start with this or that technique. Look, if I attack from the right, your oppost will come from above.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that's the first step of this technique. Think about it.
Hey! Knew something was off down here. Apparently, my daughter has been down here plucking some cables around. She even had. My daughter went down to the basement today because my son was gaming down here. I was not down here to observe it, but when I come down here today, first of all, some cables have been plucked around, and my microphone was pulled all the way out to the side, and my mixer. She has been down here going with all the knobs on my mixer, so I had to put everything back in order again before I started the stream. Kids. Gotta love him.
What about other techniques?
Adoption.
I'll teach
Dinner
you
call,
even
good to
more
see
if
you.
want. But it won't be as cheap. And you'll also have to know a thing or two first. If you prove yourself to me, I'll teach you the best technique of all. Meisterhau.
Meisterhau.
Also known as the Master Strike.
Nice.
How can I prove myself to you so that you'll teach me the Master Strike?
You'll have to defeat me in a sword fight. Because this technique.
That's what I
only
did,
works
Tommaso.
for
Didn't work.
swords.
So all I have to do is challenge you?
That's right.
We need to challenge him.
I'll challenge you to a duel then.
Yes!
I've barely taught you anything. And
Oh,
you're
just you
already
wait.
getting caught.
Oh, yes, I'm better
Very
than you.
well.
I'm gonna get you.
At least I'll demonstrate the difference between us.
Mm-hmm.
If
Wait,
you're
what?
afraid, there's no.
Oh no! I did a surrender instead of doing a battle cry. God damn it! Oh no! Okay, let's go again.
I challenge you to a duel.
Good. Come and join me in the arena.
No, not a single blow was done there, and I just went like, I surrender! Clipped. Yeah, that's alright. You know, that's alright. The purple bar? Honestly, I don't know. I don't know what the purple bar is. Can anyone tell me yet? When you go into the melee combat, you have a purple bar down there. I don't know what it is. Maybe you know that, Tommaso, or Hillboy. Enemy healthy? Is it the enemy's health?
Shall we begin?
Let's begin.
Oh, okay, that's cheeky. Why I'm not hitting the blade?
I'm just getting warmed up,
Okay,
you
okay.
shit.
Yeah.
You're no match for me.
Cut the bullshit and fight. Watch and learn.
I need to be careful with this master strikes. Dodge and weave, do not use parries. Wait for him to attack, or else he's gonna counter me with a master strike. No, we can do like that, I
Go
guess.
fuck yourself.
Harsh! There we go.
Christ, I'm hit.
Yes, you are hit.
So,
Oh, hey, look at
think I have what
that.
it takes.
All right.
So that's why I see the
deserve
power
to
is
be
in the
taught
short
the
or the
master
normal
strike.
blade is
Here's
it's
a training
faster.
sword,
So
so we
even
won't
though
get
he
hurt.
started the attack,
get
I was
to
able
it.
to just get my attack in faster
The
than him.
pinnacle of swordsmanship are so-called master strikes. You can only perform a technique.
The downside
like
is the
that with a
reach.
sword.
The reach is
No
really
matter
short.
If it's short or long, or
Just
if you're
like my
using
blade.
a shield. What you do need is a blade and a guard that protects your hands. Master Strike is a technique that allows you to counter an opponent's attack with your own. A swordsman that can learn such a technique is undefeatable. Let me show you. Attack me from the right. Surprised? Now you try. Master Strikes are what elevates the swords above other weapons, and there is no defense against them. You've learned how to parry your opponent's attack with a properly timed block, but this time, you attack in...
What happened with that thing over there? That should be running for 3 hours. Oh, I think I know what happened. I think my wife is watching Netflix right now, so he actually... Yeah, she's just texting me. Sorry, honey. The wife actually just connected her Netflix up to my television. Imagine that, right? Sitting down here and suddenly just having Kardashians fucking booming here in the background. Well, she got the power. Alright, let's back again. Let's see here. God damn it. Alright, we're good again. Damn poltergeist swallowed you from Stalker. Yeah, sitting upstairs right now.
blocking. Timing and direction are everything.
So we need to
Hit
attack
your
now.
opponent at the right time and from the right angle. I'll attack slowly from above. You take up position with your sword below and strike against my attack. But enough talk. Come and try it yourself. Correct.
Yeah.
All right, let's try it once more. But this time, I'll attack from the side. Now pay attention. If I hold my sword to the left, put yours to the right. If I'm on the right, get ready on the left. Master Strike works only with an opposite strike. Otherwise, it's the same. You strike when I begin my attack. Ready?
Always.
Good. Again. That's the way. You're getting the hang of it. Now let's try it for real. I'll fight you normally, and you have to pay attention to which direction I'm attacking from. Then attack from the opposite side.
I understand. Let's start.
You're getting the hang of it.
Oh, that's a nasty one.
That's not it.
Oh,
have to
could you
attack me
please
too.
give me some time here?
Beautiful.
There we go.
Try it again. Excellent. That's enough. Here's a few more tips. If your opponent knows how to perform a Master Strike, don't give them an opportunity to use it. Try not to attack from the opposite side. Now for the most important part. You can use a Master Strike to defend against an opponent's riposte. After a perfect block, your positions are always set. Your opponent knocks your sword to the left, then attacks with a riposte to the right. Until that point, you could only defend yourself with a perfect block. Now you can surprise your opponent with a Master Strike that he hasn't a hope of blocking. Understand?
Oh, that's actually true. So we can use the Master Strike here against, like, when we do a block to a riposte, then it will just do a counter block and riposte, right? We can use that now to advantage, I guess, with the Master Strike. Gonna require some practice, though. The first game, Master Strikes were way too easy. In this one, I seem to struggle with Master Strikes. Alright, so I guess they went completely opposite then this time, Tommaso. Went from easy mode to hardcore. Hardcore! That's too much information at once. No, we're not dumb.
I think I understand.
We do understand.
That's all I can teach you. Now, it's up to you to learn how to use the Master Strike in combat.
I'll do my best. Thanks, Tomcat.
Yeah.
Will you teach me another swordsmanship trick?
Certainly, but you better not talk about it like that. I mean, between you and me you can, but the Grand Masters make a big show about calling it swordsmanship technique.
I understand. So technique, eh?
Aye, aye. These days, people put their faith into all kinds of shite. And as far as dueling is concerned, it's currently fashionable to give everything German names.
German?
Aye, it's all Mittelhau, Kurzhau, and who knows what else. Who can make heads or tails of it? I simply know how to fight, how to win, and don't give a rat's ass about German.
Excellent. That sounds good. Let's get started.
Why not? If you have a bit of time, I can teach you something.
Knee strike, sword technique, shield technique, hammer, unarmed. I don't want to go for the shield technique, but I guess sword technique and unarmed could be good to have. Let's see. Prices?
It occurred to me that a thrust with a sword to the leg of that poor lug you're fighting is pretty simple, but bloody effective. It'd be my pleasure to teach you that.
Yeah. Before to Master Strike, you just needed to time your block perfectly. Now you need to actually position your sword and risk getting hit to Master Strike. Yeah. And honestly, I think that's cool, Tommaso. I actually like the challenge in this game because if you can start really mastering it, I think you will feel in this game that you are a goddamn master.
That sounds good. Teach me that.
Aye, as I said, it's a quick slash to the leg. After 2 quick attacks from above, instead of lifting the sword, you unexpectedly attack the knee of your opponent's front leg. Nothing to think about. Quick work, and it's done. Now, come and try it a few times.
So, yeah, so we do not... I guess we're not gonna practice it ourselves then, but we should have learned the combo now, right? Combo, swords... there we go. Swords, knee strike, yeah. So left, up, left, which is a knee strike. And all our combos works with both the one-handed sword and the long sword. As you can see right now, yeah.
My friend.
Should we learn the unarmed technique as well? Yeah, you know what? We should. Should we just learn it all? I guess we could just try and learn it all here. Everything he has to teach us. And then we'll try to rob him during nighttime and steal the money back. Should we do that? Big Mac and fries, best combo. It's cool. Comedy is much more fun and refined now. I'm just struggling because I've replayed first part before the release, so I need to retrain myself. Yeah, I could imagine that.
I'd like to learn a new combat technique.
Certainly. Why not? I happen to have some time on my hands, and a good stretch would do me well.
Let's go with the hammer.
I don't know if you like fistfights as much as I do. But I know one quick blow that can reliably knock out any tough bastard and send him to the ground. Guaranteed. Would you like me to show you?
That sounds good. Teach me that.
But of course, it's not that difficult. But I'd say it's a good place to start. Open up by kicking your opponent in his leg, and then immediately hit him in the face with the outside edge of your fist. And that's it. It's over. I call it the blacksmith's hammer. Now, come and try it a few times.
Why is it that all combat moves have to have a certain name? Like, can't you just say, well, it's really effective if you do like this and this?
You've got talent,
Done.
so keep it up.
It's like, when I use as a bouncer, we did tend to have certain techniques as well. We did share. But we never really gave them any name. Maybe we should start giving them name. Like, this is the nibble twister to the twister stick.
God be with you.
Cause cool factor, bro. I guess so. I guess I need to go through all the techniques I've learned as a bouncer and give them names. Then, yeah. This is the Nutcracker 2. He's gonna die after. Neck broken.
I'd like to learn a new combat technique.
Certainly. Why not? I happen to have some time
This is
on my hands,
see you in the
and a good
morning.
stretch would do me well.
Because I have one of those. I actually learned, like, I had a friend that was in the military. He taught me a technique that is, it can be dangerous, but really effective. And I did use it once. Basically, he told me, no matter how big the guy is, if you use this correctly, he's gonna black out. And fuck me, he did a blackout. Oh, it was effective. So I guess we're just gonna call that one, see you in the morning.
You probably know I prefer good old melee weapons, huh? And it's always better to use a shield for protection when using them. If you want, I can teach you a simple way to use the shield to attack.
Sure. Learn it.
That sounds good. Teach me that.
As
I'll
I
learn it
said
all.
before, you can also use your shield offensively by faking an upper attack. You force your opponent to raise his weapon hand, which you subsequently deflect with your shield. And when he's distracted, you hit him in the head, and he's finished. Now, come and try it a few times. But why not? You've got talent, so keep it up.
What is the time right now? So, okay, that's fine. So I guess we can do some bit of exploration out here now in this zone and wait for nightfall, and then we're gonna go back here and we're gonna rob this guy. Maybe we should spend some more coin here and then rob the people we're gonna spend coin with. Let's go back to the charisma outfit. So also, for perks and agility, there is one here called this one. I think this one can make the use of a one-handed sword without a shield being really potent. If you use a one-handed weapon without a shield, attacks will cost 20% less stamina. Blocking will also cost less stamina and be more effective. Like, we can use this to make our Henry into a duelist using a one-handed sword. What would you like to see? I'm gonna ask you now. Would you like to see me use or rely most on the long sword or a duelist like one-handed sword and no shield? What would you think would be the coolest to see? Helicopter. D. I am biased. I'm two-hand all the way. Two-hand is what I would tend to go for normally. Like, I do love a massive blade and just cleave through the enemies. Something just tells me that in this game, because there are some perks that kind of shows that you can actually make a playstyle around the one-handed sword as a duelist. I think it has a huge potential in this game. Also because of the fact that this game is based on realism, and in realism, the long-handed sword is not the best option. If you want to go down and master something, the one-handed blade is definitely the way to go.
You look just like that ᛃᛟᛁᚾ that Aranka was talking about. Go and see the
Oh, we
boy.
can play dice here. Voivode.
Ha! It's you, ᛃᛟᛁᚾ. Aranka's prophecy is coming true.
What?
Depends on the
What
situation.
ᛃᛟᛁᚾ?
You come to save our family
True.
from this disaster.
Save how? What are you talking about? Slow down and tell me what happened.
How can I slow down ᛃᛟᛁᚾ when my Shea Marika is gone? My only daughter, gone. Her empty tent is all that is left of her. If Aranka's prophecy is true, you must help me.
My go-to is two-hander in first slot, hammer mace second slot, and crossbow in third slot. Oh, you're right. We're going to open up more slots later on in the game. Ah, well, in that case, we're going to go both with the duelist, with the one-handed, and we're also going to use the longsword. Especially because the sword combos goes for both weapons, so... yeah, it's going to be mixed in between the two. Nice. Don't have to pick then.
What prophecy? By all that's holy.
Miri Romni had vision, and she described a ᛃᛟᛁᚾ just like you. She says a stranger coming, not like us, different. And he will help our family, our honor. And I believe her every word. She's never wrong, Shosha.
How can I help you?
How do you think? You must find her and bring her back.
Do you think in that forest, maybe something could have...
No, I'm sure. Do not invite evil. Such lava can come true.
So she disappeared out of the blue?
On my honor as voivode
On
of
my
this
honor.
land. One moment she's here, next moment gone. We search for her, but not find. Then Aranka has vision. So we wait for ᛃᛟᛁᚾ, who will help us. And now, waiting is over. It's written in stars and how birds fly. I know nothing of such things, but everything Aranka says is true. Will you help me? Will you help an unfortunate voivode? I will reward you, do not worry.
Yeah, so mace slash hammer and shield in the early game is easy mode. Yes, that's what the developer said as well. The developers did say that if you're striking in the early part of this game, then you should just use the shield and a mace. That will help you. Using the sword from the get-go is going to be hard in this game, but I like the challenge, so we go with the challenge.
I'll help you. I'm sure we'll find her.
Dear God, I know something good will happen the moment when I see you.
But hold on. You have to tell me more about Marika.
Sparrow, just go for it, and you can always refund it. I would say, like, if you can run the game in the first 2 hours, which is the time frame you have of testing on Steam, if like the first opening where you play the game basically is an area where a lot of things is going on. If your PC can manage that, I think you're good. I think you will be able to manage everything in the game further on down there. So yeah, just try it out. You can also try the FSR. I don't know if your card can use that, but that's also an option, the FSR. But I've tried running the game with and without basically everything. And the reason why I'm using the DLSS is because the DLSS helps me as in making the quality on stream being better. If I should play the game by myself and don't care about the quality for you as the viewer, I would just play the game with either native AA or no DLSS, because I can perfectly fine run it. And it's going to look way more crisp, but also that crispiness is going to make the game more pixelated for you on Twitch and on YouTube. So I'm just going to play on ultra graphics on 5 FPS. It's going to be fun. Yeah. Good luck fighting with melee in this game with that. If you can achieve that, I will be impressed.
Where and when did you last see her?
It has been 2 days. We even follow her tracks past her woman's hut and then on towards Apollonia.
You mean Bojana, the herbalist? She didn't advise you?
I do not know the ᛃᛟᛁᚾ's name, but I know she does not like nomads. She says she don't know anything, and if she know, she will not tell us. Such disrespect. Pooh! Be bucked!
Where's her tent? Maybe I can find something in there that'll help with the search.
We look through everything here. The ᛃᛟᛁᚾ. Nothing.
Still, I'd at least give it a try.
Misto. But don't waste time. Marika, she sleep under a kind of oilcloth right next to Aranka's shop. She always liked the open air.
Voivod, I know it's hard to accept, but could your daughter have been...
No.
But...
I said no.
No.
I just mean...
I am Voivod, and that means I'm wisest in all camp. I have letter of safe conduct from the king, guaranteeing safety and freedom for my camp. And when I know something, I know it. Tana,
I think I know everything I need to know.
please, find Marika and bring her back. Or else to ᛃᛟᛁᚾ.
But yeah, I think performance-wise for me, like, again, this game looks amazing, runs so well. I have kept my frames, again, of the sakes of recordings and YouTube and Twitch streaming. But if I uncap my frames and I remove DLSS, my frames is gonna go, like, above 160. Above 160. The game runs so well. Alright, we should try and talk with everybody in this area now.
I apologize.
Everybody we can talk with, we need to talk with.
Oh, it is you, Charges.
What stuff do you have?
What are you talking about?
You are the
I'd
Chavo
say my
from my
PC
dream.
is pretty powerful.
You
I have a 4070 Ti Super. I have an i7 14700KF. I have 32 GB of RAM. I have 2 TB of SSDs, the fast one from Samsung. So yeah, my PC is definitely in the high bracket. Especially now, seeing how good the new Nvidia graphic cards is, I am happy with my purchase of my PC. I am really happy with it. Like, did you hear about the first patch? Not patch, but the first driver install for the new 5000 series of Nvidia graphic cards. The first driver install has a flaw that could basically destroy your fucking graphic card. And the issue is, it's the first driver patch. There's no other patch you can install and run with. No, so you basically just had to install the driver, and then hopefully it wouldn't fry your graphic card while gaming. Like, Nvidia is falling off. I have some hopes that AMD is gonna actually grab this chance and go with it. I hope AMD is gonna come out the victorious now, because Nvidia is becoming more and more into a scummy firm because they're growing too fast. It's bad. It's bad. You don't like the melting cards? No. Like, look upon Nvidia graphic cards. Look upon the last 3 generations of graphic cards from Nvidia. How many flaws we've had so far, and how bad those flaws have been. Every graphic card, the 3000, the 4000, and now the 5000 series, all those have had some fatal flaws that could destroy your graphic card. And whenever it happened, Nvidia was not out there saying, "We are sorry, we fucked up, we'll help you out, refund." No, they were quiet. Hopefully, like, hoping it's just gonna calm down, and then people will just not see it. So, yeah. In other words, I am happy that I didn't wait. I'm happy with my PC purchase. I am happy that I did not wait for the 5000 series graphic cards. I'm so happy.
Came to me. The ᛃᛟᛁᚾ, friend of the Roma with clear eyes. The one who has suffered much. A stranger to take on the task that shall unite our familia once again. Or divide us forever.
The Voivod already told me about the prophecy.
Then you know what needs to be done.
In your case, Sparrow, I would save up and buy a brand new PC, and then I would go for AMD. Sparrow. I think, again, AMD is not going to be better than Nvidia in the foreseeable future, but AMD already now is better when it comes to what you get of your money. If you value or look upon how much you're gonna gain per dollar you invest into your PC, then AMD is the golden rooster. That's where you're gonna get the most right now. Especially now because we're getting to a point now where it looks like we are down in such a small, it's called nanometer of tech when it comes to how they make stuff, that they're becoming more and more limited as in what they can actually put into a graphic card now, and also how much more we need. So therefore, they're starting using AI to make the game run better and look better, which can be very good and cool. But when it comes to improving hardware on a graphic card, when it comes down to the future now of graphic cards, I don't think we're going to see so much being done anymore. Now it's going to be more related on the AI chips and drivers. So AMD actually have a chance now to close the gap in between NVIDIA and AMD's products. So therefore I see that AMD is going to be something we're going to see more and more people actually purchasing and using and recommending. That's how I see it. Alright. Also, another fact is AMD CPUs, something they're working on, something they did announce is AMD is working on making the CPUs and the graphic cards work better and better together. So if you look upon an AMD product, either like the AMD CPU or the Radeon graphic cards, by an item by itself, like the graphic card or the CPU standalone, then it's just a piece. But if you piece them all together, then they are actually made so they work better together, and by that they will be able to perform better. So in that sentence, that might mean sometime in the future, a high-end gaming rig is going to be gaming PC that is built with the right hardware, with the right brand, being AMD, and therefore it's being tweaked and optimized. And from that, it can actually outperform NVIDIA and Intel combined together. Does that make any sense? I hope it did. Back to the game for now. I can imagine people watching this Let's Play on YouTube and just going like, oh, okay, screw this guy. Like, he keeps on talking about things not related to the game. I just want to see him play the game, for God's sake. Just play the game, Simon. Be quiet. Sorry, it's part of it in here. It's just how it is.
Do you have any idea where Marika might be?
Dear boy, the crystal ball is cloudy. The smoke from the herbs goes with the breeze. And the flight of the birds? No, that cannot be relied on.
Can you really divine things from bird flight?
As sure as my name is Aranka. But wait, there is one thing. Last night I dreamt of a city of rocks.
A city of rocks? What does that mean?
I can only say what I saw, nothing more.
What I would recommend, I can't recommend stuff that is not NVIDIA on Intel because I have very little knowledge about it when it comes to specifically the serious number of stuff. What I always do is I find a benchmark, and then I use the benchmark to find the sweet spot, as in where I can see I get the most out of my money. That's what I did with my current PC. As in my 4070 Ti when I bought it is almost just as powerful as in 4080 because mine is a Ti Super. Basically. The same goes for my CPU. It's an i7-14700KF. This CPU is actually outperforming many of the more expensive both AMD and Intel CPUs. So benchmarks. Benchmarks is your friend. Either that or find somebody like Tommaso in here maybe, who knows stuff about it. So he can guide you. Because it seems like Tommaso is actually keen on helping you a bit. So, and also never buy the best. Do never buy the latest and the best. Go for the second, because that's where you get the most bang off your money. All right, that's what I recommend.
How are you doing?
Laches gajo mishtes. What can an old woman like me do for you?
I'd like to learn a greeting in your language.
There are all kinds. But if you want to say how are you, then it is s.t.a.l.k.e.r. And if you want something a bit less ordinary, it is ᛃᛟᛁᚾ. But that is only said by man to man, mind you. We women say s.t.a.l.k.e.r.
Aha. And what does that mean?
It is simply asking if the other has enough to eat. This is good manners among us.
Tommaso? Yes, I remember that there was some noise about the AMD Zen 4/5 CPUs being choked by Windows poorly written drivers. But the question then is, would you rather risk having that from an AMD, or would you rather than risk having an NVIDIA that could basically melt down the first week you had it, with NVIDIA saying, "Mi scusi, we don't know, we no refund, your issue." I'm just saying. I think I'm. If I should buy a PC right now, today, I would not touch Nvidia's 5000 series. I would not touch it. No, I wouldn't. I would buy a 4000 series, or I would just flip the bird and go for AMD instead, as it is right now, because it is bad.
Where did you come from?
Ay, gajo. From God, of course.
I mean, where were you before?
Ah, I see. Well, in the winter we are always in the south. And in the summer we go north.
And over again, like that?
What do you mean over and over? There is the East Road and the West Road too, right?
Wait, you really don't know where you'll be next week?
You guessed it, gajo. We do not know, and we do not want to know. God always takes care of his children.
Guess that's part being our nomad.
How do you get along with the locals?
It's always different. Sometimes the women folk could kiss my feet when I cured their pains. And sometimes they are more likely to burn me at the stake just for being different.
And what makes you nomads different?
You know, gajo, nothing and everything. We live our lives as if each day could be the last. That is all. Try it. And you will see every sunrise like it is the first time again.
Yeah, I saw that, Kraviel. I saw that.
Maybe I'm wrong, but I hear you know some magic and tricks. Is that right?
Kotuke penja. What magic, gajo? I am just an old woman who knows how to ward off trouble and hold on to happiness. My old mother, may she rest in peace, she knew all kinds of things.
You see, and I thought you were really, well, in short, a witch.
Not at all. Fortune telling and spells are far cry.
Nice,
from black
Barrow.
magic.
Nice.
Black magic is a path every honest manush avoids like a plague. My power comes from God, and I use it to serve only him and good folks.
Also, I'd say when it comes down to getting yourself a new PC, I don't know how it is where you are, but here in Denmark at least, buying a complete PC that is shipped to your address is always better, because it comes with a pre-built, like the entire thing is pre-built and pre-installed, and then I have a 3 years insurance on it from the get-go. So in Denmark, building your own PC doesn't make sense anymore. The people who say it does, it's the nerds who just can't accept that is not the best to do anymore. So.
How do you know when it's black magic?
Simple. Black magic is only used for the selfish benefit of fools who think only of themselves.
And is there another kind of magic?
Oh, Devla Miro, of course. The good kind that helps and comes from God.
And is it true? Do the spells really work?
So hincha chipen androchi vipen. If you have faith, then it will work.
Why do you travel the world? Why don't you settle down?
And why do you not settle down? instead of jumping from the frying pan into the fire, ᛃᛟᛁᚾ.
Oh, that's different. I'm serving my lord.
While we have no master, just the sun and God above us, and the grass beneath our feet. So ᛃᛟᛁᚾ andro jivitem.
Tell me something about the rover. I realise I don't know anything about your people.
What can I say? We are people and Christians, just like you. The only difference between us is that we live on the road, while you are cooped up in the same cottage from cradle to grave. It is a free life for free people. Though it is true we often have to move on, because we are driven out.
What can you tell me about your husband, the voivod?
May cholera strike him down, the scoundrel. The last thing I needed was a man like him.
Okay.
But I did not have any better ones at the shop.
Really?
Oh, yes. Like I always say, the best barrochero under the sun. But his stubbornness will be the end of me one day. It was good to see you, my friend.
What? There's a wild dog in here.
Who's that madman?
Are we... Why are you shaming me? It's a wild dog. It's trying to eat me, goddammit, woman.
s.t.a.l.k.e.r. What are you doing with that weapon?
I'm killing a wild dog. Jesus. Oh, time to skin it. Skinning it right in the middle of the town with kids and everything around me. I don't care. My kill, my meat. Trade. Let's see what she has. A lot of recipes. Ooh, these. I've been searching for these all over. I have no idea where you can find these herb Paris. Did you cheat that? I did say it right this time. Herb, not herb. Herb. Herb Paris. Have anyone found these in the game yet? Except from being able to buy them. We're gonna buy them. Like all the herbs here, I can see that is hard to find. We're gonna buy them. Ginger. Gal. Charcoal. Right. Now, recipes. There's one specifically I really want, and that's going to be the painkiller. We want the painkiller brew. And that's about it for now, I think. Poison could be good as well. Like this one. Disables running and reduces weapon skill in better qualities. It also reduces health. It's better suited to applying to weapons than poison food spots. This one can be really good. Like, apply this to your bow. It's nice. Banes. Depletes 110 health and therefore leads to certain death. In better quality, it depletes health faster. It's better for poisoning cauldrons than applying to weapons. Okay. I do wonder what happens if you do make this one and apply it to a weapon. Can you actually still apply this to a weapon, or can you only apply this to food and cauldrons? But nonetheless, we are gonna go with the ᛃᛟᛁᚾ. Because if you use this and you shoot somebody or you shoot an animal, it cannot run. It can only, like, walk slowly. So this poison is potent. It's good. Do we have anything to sell to level the price a bit? I don't think we do. We can sell her the dog meat from the dog we just skinned. She can have that. Alright, let's tackle.
Let's talk about the price.
All right, why not?
A little trick in the game right now is, instead of trying to save money, if you give them a tip, just a little tip, that's going to give you a ton more reputation. So in my opinion, working on your reputation, tipping them off with a bit extra is worth it.
That, and a little tip.
Well, thanks a lot. I'm glad you found
See?
what you needed,
Reputation.
sir.
Double up. Okay, so books, doll makers, Valerian and Herb. Fuck. Herb Paris. Again, Herb Paris. Where do we find it? You can browse the herbs in the book. I think you might be right. This one requires poppy, comfrey, miracle. These I can get. So I found belladonna earlier today off stream. Those are in like deep into the forest, which grows in the clearings and in leafy woods, but it's best not to see it at all. Okay, I found those like deep into the forest. If there was like areas a bit more open, like a path, that's where I found these, and there was a lot of them. But the herb Paris, it may be sought in deep woods. Deep woods. Okay. So if you find a deep forest, deep woods, then we need to try and find it. Over here is where I found the belladonna. So if you're lucky, we might be able to find some Paris up here somewhere, maybe. I mean, this could look like a deep forest, couldn't it? Maybe not, really. Maybe not. I guess we'll see. We still haven't explored the entirety of the first map here. Alright, we are stained in blood, are we not? No, we are not stained in blood. We just have a bit of blood on the gloves and our hands, so let's go wash it off. If they have somewhere where I can wash it off. Maybe not. Oh. Bathhouse. Okay. There we go. Steal food? Maybe not.
What's life like here in the camp?
Free, my friend, free. Your settled life, that is not for me. Being cooped up in one place all day would be the death of me. Nic nane prepuf aisos romanolilo.
What?
What did you say? It almost sounded like a curse.
Ah, that was just a bit of wisdom.
You mean a proverb?
Najanav, maybe. We have wise sayings for everything, Gajo.
And perhaps a bit of magic, too, eh?
Kora chacho.
Okay,
They are
Shamasan,
not
thank you.
spells. We're very superstitious folks, that's all.
Nomads, you mean?
Ha! Romale. You'll not find a more superstitious people than us.
Mr. Jensen, man, I love your ways of entering the chat, man. I have to read this loud. Well, what do my eyes spot on my screen? Denmark's most wanted MILF hunter, wanted by all genders and strip club, the destroyer of mattresses, Mr. Simon himself. Mr. Jensen, how you doing, brother? It's good to see you. Skål! I wonder if you can learn magic in this. I don't think so. I don't think. Maybe there will be a mod eventually for this game where you can. We'll see, but I don't think so. The developers for this game have done all they can do to make this game being as accurate to the history as it can be. Some mattresses wreaking magic, perhaps. Maybe.
How do you make your living when you're constantly on the road?
Everyone does the work he knows. Usually things to do with horses, trade and blacksmithing.
And what do you do?
Me? I make sure our luck does not run out.
Right. That must be tiring work then, eh?
Tell me about it. Playing dice requires wisdom.
Isn't luck more important?
S.t.a.l.k.e.r is Gajo. There is no luck involved. When you have wisdom and a free mind, you accept fate. Lady Luck only smiles on those who know how to accept fate.
Why is your camp here?
Because we found a gold mine here, but we are so humble you would never know it.
I'm glad you've been so lucky. Would you invite me to a feast?
Nah, you might tell everyone. Then we would have to pay taxes.
You're right. Taxes are the worst thing since the plague.
Right. But if you do not have anything, you do not pay anything, and nobody will be any the wiser. ᛃᛟᛁᚾ. That is why we have to keep moving, so the high and mighty do not realize that they have not yet squeezed us dry. Aye, our kind are birds on the wing, not cooped up hens. I would rather be hungry and free than have a full belly and be chained like a dog.
Yes, I have tried the blacksmithing. Yes, I've used all the materials I have so far now, and yes, I do love it. Like both alchemy and blacksmithing, I absolutely love it. I think this game have shown us the best way you can make a crafting profession in a game. It's so good. Yes, it's time consuming, and some people will absolutely hate it because it is time consuming, but I love it. So what I am gonna do is the blacksmith where I have a bed and a stash, I need to start getting a habit of robbing him. I need to rob him from all his money and all his materials, and then do it on a rinse and repeat every time he has a reset of materials, and just use it to craft, basically.
How do you get along with the local villagers?
Eulen Kaiser Baraminjahin.
I don't understand. Is that something bad?
They are always unhappy about something. But it is because they are afraid. They are afraid of everything they do not know and understand. Then when we turn up, strangers with a strange language and strange ways, they shit themselves. They are more afraid of us than foreign armies, I tell you. And why is that? Because they know what to expect from an army. But they do not know us and think the worst of us.
What he just said right there still stands. This is still how the fucking world is. This is still what people get scared about the most.
I'm looking for this friend of mine. A big, fair-haired young man. Likes strutting about and speaks
Agreed,
like a
Tommaso.
noble.
Look, you know what? That sounds like the ᛃᛟᛁᚾ we saw in the forest the other night. But he's scarp and sharpish and vanished in the darkness. I ain't seen him since. Sorry. See you soon, my friend.
God be with you. What would you like?
What do you know about Marika's disappearance?
That's the Voivod's business. I don't want to talk about it. See you later.
What do you need, my friend?
What do you know about Marika's disappearance?
The whole thing's a bit odd, let me tell you. Nobody knows for sure how she went missing or where she went. And the Voivode doesn't want to talk about it.
What do you have for sale?
Something I thought about is, what do you think happens in this game if you go thievery, and instead of stealing stuff, you give stuff? What will happen? I think we need to try and test it at some point. What will happen if we do that? Oh, that's some high quality stuff he has here. That's quite a scan. Yeah, so this guy has a lot of clothing and it's good for theory, actually. Wounding arrow. Oh. Yeah, this one really lowers our visibility. Zero noise. This one as well, and zero noise. That one is not really worth using. Wait a minute. Yeah, it's not bad at all. Might be worth investing the money here to get this. What do you say? Should we invest the money here to get some clothing that is better for stealthing. Like, this one is definitely going to lower our visibility and our conspicuousness. Same goes for the hat. This one doesn't really do much for us, but let's say the kilt does. This kilt definitely lowers our conspicuousness and also the visibility by a lot. So I guess the kilt here might be a good idea to go and grab and have that. You can get stealth for winter clothes from Miller's quests. Okay. Okay, in that case, I think we're just gonna wait for now. So far, I haven't felt like I needed it, neither. The clothing for stealthing.
Why are you wasting my
I haven't had
time
any
if you
issues
don't
yet
want
being
anything?
detected.
Eh?
Come here, friend. How can I help you?
What do you know about Marika's disappearance?
It is a rich business. I hope she can be found soon. Such a kind girl she was.
Okay, Tommaso. Yeah, so yes, but I know as well, in this game, the status is going to reset eventually.
How's business?
Borech Hashem. I can't complain. Or rather, I shouldn't.
What? Is something wrong?
Wrong? What can I say? It's more like I have such concerns.
Is there anything I could do for you?
Indeed, you can. You can stop asking me how I am and buy something for me, young man.
Okay.
I have the feeling you're not like the other nomads here. You speak our language a lot more, with only the odd foreign word here and there.
My friend, could it be because I am the only son of David far and wide, and the rest are a nuisance?
What does that mean?
Was klotst du, junger Mann? Have you never seen a Jew before?
I don't know. Should I have?
You must be from some very small village, eh? You have really never met one of my people?
I'm sorry, but there were no sons of David in Skalitz where I lived.
Skalitz, you say? I must remember that. Shane.
Quick question, how is the audio today? Yesterday Helbert did say that the game audio was a bit too low. How is the audio from the game fine, or should I crank it up just a little bit more?
Dank, mein Freund. Shane and Dank.
How's it going?
And what am I supposed to say to that?
I don't know.
But it will...
Why should it-
Why should it...
It's nice? Good.
What do you have for sale?
Okay, nothing of interest here.
What can you do?
Oh, yes, Master, by the black market. There's a black market here for the horse trade, right? Okay, we've been here. We need to go and search the tent. That was all here, yeah? There's a hard lock. Can I pick that?
Nice scarf.
Okay.
Must have belonged to Marika.
Can rob him, but not speak with him. Okay. Already spoke with that guy. Oh! Tell me about watching our clothes over there. Huntsman, housewife. Horse handler.
What do you know about Marika's disappearance?
I don't know what to think about it. I've got plenty to worry about myself.
But, here's the but. So, when it comes to your hound, Mutt, that we will find in the game soonish, and also when it comes to your horse, Pebbles, if you treat them well and you praise them, then you can get some sort of special perk or whatever in the game. So that means the horse we have now is Pebbles. If we keep Pebble and we treat him well, we praise him, and he's gonna have a happy horse life. Is that gonna be better than selling him and get a better horse in the game? What do you think? Keeping Pebbles, which is just shitty horse, or just try and steal a better horse and then buy it by using the black horse market? Quest is quite easy if you have mud. Yeah, the scarf. Yeah, I think this quest, we need to put this quest on hold until we have mud. Getting mud fast is actually pretty important, because you have the perks called Houndmaster, and you're not gonna start leveling Houndmaster before you have mud. So we need to start working on getting mud.
Are you in charge of the horses around here?
Aye, you got that right, Mura. Me and my stallion Dan have all the horses in the region under our thumb and hoof.
All the horses in the region? What does that entail?
You will see for yourself when you bring me one. I will take any horse, as long as it is alive. Where you get it from is none of my business. I will buy it for all the groschen I can scrounge together.
Well, there's a hefty fine for horse theft. They'd have your head for it in most places.
When the catch post last showed up because of Marika, they ended up leaving with their tails between their legs. This ladder of passage protects us. And when that is not enough, I can just point out the person who brought me the horse. It is always ᛃᛟᛁᚾ that bring them, after all. Who is the thief then? Huh?
All right. So I can sell horses here. What else?
And if you just happen to like the horse so much that you would like to keep it, perhaps because your ass has started to ache from riding the one you have now, I would be happy to teach it to listen to you like a proper Romani man listens to his voivod. For a bit of coin, that is. Of course you will have to pay me, not the horse. It will certainly be cheaper than buying one from those bastards at the stables.
All right. Where should I take the horse?
Put him by the pennants over there.
I'll keep that in mind.
Pennants? What is a pennant? Is that a pin? A pen? Also, quickly, if you're watching the stream right now on Twitch, and you don't care about the chat, you're just watching this because, I don't know, and if you want to be able to watch this in a higher quality, I am streaming it as well on YouTube right now in 40,000 bitrate. Just to give sort of a feel of what the difference between YouTube and Twitch is. Twitch is only 8,000 kilobytes. YouTube is 40,000. So I'm just using you as an audiobook. Thank you, Sparrow. I appreciate that. But yeah, it's also being done over YouTube, where it's also being stored on YouTube, so people can actually go and watch the entire thing as a Let's Play over there as well. And I think for the future now, moving forward, I think every time I stream, I should just also multi-stream on YouTube. Because you never know. It might lead into more growth, so...
What's life like among the nomads?
I have been traveling since I was little, and it is all I know.
Thank you, Sasso.
But this is a really nice place, and we have only been here since
another
the spring.
fine day of gaming, some KCD. What could go wrong? Who comes to my door this late? On my way. Hello, who goes there?
It is me, your father. Oh. Oof.
It's me, your father.
Oh. Yes. 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 You have been infected.
Oh no. Not again, help me, Lord.
Well, the shit show started. Hi, Sky.
No, not now.
Thank you, Sky. I gotta say, Sky, that was creative with I'm your father.
What about the people here? Are you all one family?
Of course not. But it is as if we were. People need support. Struggling through the world by yourself is neither safe nor enjoyable. But each to their own. The locals are always uptight and do not know how to enjoy life. Then when people come who know how to enjoy life and not just survive, they do not like them.
Teach me some of your language.
What do you want to know?
Let me think.
My microphone?
I'm a bold knight, and Sir Hans is courtier.
The expensive one.
Let's see if you remember this.
Sure, SM7B.
Tulo chororo dilina.
Mesum tulo chororo dilina.
Laches, laches. It is like you have been speaking our language all your life. Now you can say it to girls when you meet them.
Teach me something else.
Let us try something polite. Like when you want to compliment someone.
Would that be hard?
Who said that our language is easy? Say after me. Kai tumaro baro balo.
Kai tomorrow baro balo?
Clever lad. Remember that and maybe say it to our voivod. He will be overjoyed to hear it from you.
What do you nomads actually do for a living?
Different people do different things. Now, we Roma are mainly craftsmen, traveling blacksmiths and locksmiths, and we do not need much to survive. Also, we know all things about traveling, such as breeding horses, shoeing them, and repairing cartwheels. And what is more, our old Aranka can tell the future and treat the sick, so we get by just fine.
I'll have a look at the wares.
Okay, so he can sell me stuff for the horse. Okay, that's expensive. I don't think we have the money for that right now. Yes. Alright, so he told me about I need to put the horse somewhere. The pennant. Where is that then? Oh, that thing there? Yeah, it must be that thing.
So what? Somebody did him in and chucked him into the water.
Ah, those are the ᛃᛟᛁᚾ. Off stream, the ᛃᛟᛁᚾ was in town, and I had to basically defend them because somebody was trash talking them. And going down there, from what I can remember, is going to start a mission that's going to be pretty long and hilarious. And I think we're going to save that mission for next stream.
God grant you health.
God grant me health. Alright. Let's head over here a bit. Search. If I remember correctly, then somewhere over here there might be some hidden stuff. Also, maybe if we're lucky, we can find some of that Paris. And then we have find mud over there as well. So let's go and explore that part of the forest until it becomes night time, and then we can move back here and hopefully rob the people we have just doing some barters with, so we get the money back. Or I can just talk to trader while on horse. Okay, so you can actually do it while on horseback. That's good to know. Because if you jump off a stolen horse, then the horse will start walking back to where you stole it from when I'm informed. Oh, we could try to do a naughty one here. Let's try and go for a quick save. We've done a lot in town here now. And let's see if we can actually sneak up here and do a pickpocket on this guy while he is still awake. Oh no, that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. He is too alert. Okay, to the forest we go. Guess we're not supposed to go that way. Think for yourself on YouTube. I can't believe you support this game. They cracked it day one so you wouldn't have to spend money on Vogue nonsense. What? What? Well, my brain is having a hard time consuming your message. Yes, I read your message with irony. And in that sense, I love this game. There is zero woke in this game. Zero. Like, this game, for me, is showing what games should be like in our current era. I love this game. I love it. If you save from escape menu, I think you don't get drunk effect. I don't mind getting tipsy. I don't mind getting tipsy. Okay, let's try and just keep going up here. Go uphill. But yeah, fun fact, right? We have seen 0 black people in this game so far. There must have been black people around this part of the world during this era, for sure. But it's not, yeah, not many, exactly, not many. So why actually spend time making black people in the game if they are so few and far in between that you might not even stumble upon one? And if you did see anyone in this time, this era, wouldn't they most likely be slaves? In the 1400. He's talking about aspect where you can romance male NPC. I don't like that too, as it breaks the story narrative a bit, but it's by far not that much of a problem for me. Okay, so you have the option in this game to actually romance a male, but are you forced to? Are you forced to? Because if you're forced to romance a male, then it kind of breaks it for me. If it's only an option, then I can accept it. And also, that raises the question. How common was it that men in this era had fancy stuff with other men's? Because in Greek culture, we saw it all the time, right? What about here? It's an option? Alright, then I'm fine with it. As long as it's not something being forced upon me all the time, because if that happens, I'm gonna quit the game. You know, I wanna find out. I wanna find out. How common was it to be homosexual in the 14th era in Czech Republic? Okay, so homosexuality existed as it has in all societies throughout history, but it was not openly discussed or accepted due to the strong influence of Catholic Church and medieval legal codex. So, I'm Irish. How come Irish slavery is never talked about? Is it because it doesn't fit the narrative? Honestly, don't know. From what I know, reaching into slavery, wasn't it like black people themselves that introduced the will for slavery? And second as well, I'm not going to dwell too much into the conversation because that's a conversation that can be really, really dangerous to go into on both YouTube and Twitch. So I try to stay away from it. But when it comes to homosexuality in this game and also in realism, the 14th century of the Czech Republic, it was actually something happening. It was actually normality. It was just not something you would openly go out and search or show. So for this game, giving you the option to actually delve into the illegal dirty deeds with another male is still historically correct. So I don't mind it. As long as the game is doing what it's telling us it's doing, and that is it's actually trying to become the game that is made upon history by itself, fuck me, I'm down. I don't mind it then. Thank you. Think for yourself. Thank you. Also, if it's a bit confusing with the conversations, because I'm also doing this on Twitch right now. But thank you. Thank you, really. Like, I'm not afraid to share my opinions upon things, but I still need to do it cautiously, because there are people who get easily offended these days. No offense meant, but that's just how the world is now. People are living on unicorns and rainbows, being special snowflakes. Like, okay, you started my brain now. I need to say something quickly then. In that case, I can say this without feeling I'm in danger. So, as many of you know, I am educated in psychiatry as when it comes to youngsters and teenagers and how to help them thrive and become better human beings in the world. If there's something I see in the world these days that we lack is... what is the word for it? Our parenting have become too soft. We are now in a time and an era where we are trying to teach people by telling them, instead of letting people fuck around and find out. The fastest way to learn things is to fuck around and find out. That has been our nature since the early days. You fuck around and you find out. If somebody is telling you, you cannot do that because of this, you may not do that because you die, people don't fucking care. People need to experience stuff by themselves. And that's where the world is taking a wrong turn now, because you're not allowed to do anything anymore. You're not allowed to say anything anymore. Like, where is the kids that stole apples from the neighbor's trees? They are gone. They're gone. Kids not allowed anymore to fuck around and find out, because if they try to, then parents will react, schools will react, grown-ups around them will react to it, and then they need to go to the doctor and get a diagnostics and get medicine because your kid is not mentally well. There's something wrong with him. No! He's a healthy kid fucking around to find out. That's it. Moving on. Well, that's something that triggers me so much these days with the career I have. Let them fuck around and find out, please. My neighbors never had any apples to steal. No, did you have a hot neighbor? Did you spy on your neighbor through the glass? I did. I only got a little rough beating from my daddy when he found out. But hey, it was worth it. I fucked around and found out. What I found out is, it was worth it. So now I'm a stalker. No, I'm not. Just kidding. Sadly, the parents' fault all the way. I'd say it's the society's fault. The society is teaching people how to do proper parenting by saying, this is allowed, this is not allowed. If your kid behave like this, it's misbehaving, and then you need to do stuff. Like, it's not only the parent. Like, parents, the people of a society is the product of the society. So if I would say, if there's any way I should point my finger and say that is where the fault is starting, it's the media today. It's the media. But hey, that's just my opinion. Just get a drone for that? Yeah. Yeah. Or I could just go and use my son's new gift, which is a star site. What is called star? Not microscope. You know what I mean. A big thing you look through, and then you can see the scars. Basically, I can watch my neighbor private parts. Binoculars. Yes, star binoculars. I can use my son's telescope. Yes, telescope. Thank you. I can use my son's star telescope to zoom in full HD on my neighbor's private parts. I need to teach him that. Oh, son, look at this. Isn't that marvelous? What is it, Daddy? That's your neighbor. Welcome to adulthood. Proper parenting done right. I may or may not have done that, and I may or may not have gotten smoked for that. You gave your son that? My friend got one. We only use it to spy on girls. Why do you think I gave it to my son, Sky? I mean, that item was the easiest thing to give my son, where I could still convince my wife this is just a toy, but where it has another use. She will never find out. It's the same as in, I want to get something so my son and I can go out in the forest. We have a family forest, 2 minutes drive away from us. So I want to get something where my son and I can go out and be real men. Do something like real men. So I thought to myself, you know what? If I just start up here, and she's going to be nay about it, then it's easier for me to sell what is down here. So I thought it would be amazing to go out and buy some longbows and then learn and teach my son how to use a longbow and shoot small games. So I just said to my wife, wife, I've thought about, shouldn't we just go out and buy some air guns, like high-pressure air guns, shooting like BB guns? And she just went straight up, no, not gonna happen. All right, then, what about a bow? Yeah, a bow might be okay then. Good. So I'm gonna buy some longbows for my son and I. Oh. Oh. These are each bandits or poachers, right? Long range arrow. We have. Let's go heavy on the armor. Does she watch your streams? Nope. My wife have very little interest in gaming, streaming, YouTubing. She I don't even. Yeah, my wife never uses YouTube neither. Like. So, what I say down here, she can only hear it if she is awake. She might be awake because she is off work tomorrow, so if I'm not here tomorrow, then you know. Oh. Hit.
Get over here! We've got an intruder! You're in for an ass-kicking, you piece of shit!
Attack. Master strike!
There's more of us! You haven't a chance! Wanker!
Oh, did you just shoot me and call me a wanker, sir?
What do you want? You'll pay for that, you whoreson! Alert! To arms!
Look, son, that's a North Star. Know that? It's the neighbor's butthole. Speaking of real men, have you already given your son a knife? Yeah, yes. When my son turned 6 years, I gave him a proper knife and taught him how to use it. So he does have that, yes. Yeah, the knife laws in Denmark are very strict, but I did purchase a knife that is meant for kids, so it's within what is legal, and I taught my son as well how to use it and when to use it and when not to use a knife. So the knife is stored outside in our shed. And he knows he can only bring out the knife when he asks for permission, and he can only pull the blade out whenever he's sitting down, all that stuff. I taught him all that, basically. That's worth money. Weirdo. Yes, guy. Dagger. Already have a dagger. That's poison. It's nice. Dried food. I think we have plenty of food, don't we? Yeah, we do. Did he faint? I think he did. He stepped into the campfire and got roasted. A last bandit there. Got it. Broadsword. Oh, jewelry. Sausage. Let's get the sausage. Ooh, golden chalice. Hey! That's the headpiece.
Brunswick's helm. What's it doing here?
Brunswick helm. That thing is ugly. Do you listen to audiobook or read? Not anymore. I used to consume audiobooks. I might get back into it. Read? Not really. Not really. I'd say as a parent, I don't have the time to do it. So what happens is when I tuck my kids to bed, I normally hit an audiobook or something like that. Oh, my kid. My son right now is in the age where he's learning to read. He's 8, so he's reading bedtime stories for us. Yeah, he's reading for us, and then sometimes we listen to audiobooks during nighttime as well, or in the evening. Right, so we got a new helmet here, which is a bit better. But I do not like the looks of this thing. It does have this thing though. I think we're just gonna keep that as a trophy item. Yeah. Got no jewelry as well. We got that thing right there. The one we have on is better, so we're gonna keep that. What's the time? Getting close to midnight now, so we should start heading back to camp so we can steal the money back from the people we invested in. Bosina's Meadow. That's where we started. It's part of the intro of the game. Also, it's changed back again. More light. Light loadout. I think we're gonna need to use these later for poisons. Also, I don't think these can spoil. Okay, cool. I'll look into that. Like when it comes to books and generally reading and listening stuff, I like to be informed. I like to be taught things. Like a good story isn't me, but listening to something that is historically, I love that. Like right now, because of this game, I'm in a time where I love to listen to either YouTube or audiobooks about things going on in the 14th century. As in, how did they make food? How did they build a house? All that stuff. I love that. Learn things of the old era. But listening or reading a thriller or something like that, nah. I'd rather watch it than as a movie. This'll... I have no idea how that Paris looks like. Metal. Okay, yeah, then I might be down for it, Alex. Get any perks? No perks. Something exciting, or can be exciting that is, a new game is going to come out eventually, soon I think, that is called ᾃᛟᛁᚾ. Don't know if you heard about it. But I've actually been invited to do a playtest of it, and I think I have a playtest available for me by tomorrow. So, yeah, I have a new ᾃᛟᛁᚾ game coming out there where I'm invited, where I can go and participate in it. So I think I might be doing that and record it. And then I need to read through the NDA to find out if I'm allowed to make content about it yet or if I have to wait. But the timing's a bit shit. I'd honestly rather just play this game right now. But again, since it is a PvP exfil game and it looks pretty damn sick, it's about running around in exosuits. I'll need to give it a look. I don't think I'm allowed to stream it. I have a hard time seeing I'll be allowed to stream it since it's a closed playtest. But I might be allowed to record it for YouTube. Oh, I did not know that, Tommaso. It's a bit weird that Sigismund is from, was it Hungary? Hungary? How do you even pronounce that? Hungary? Well, his name just sounds so Scandinavian. Sigismund. I need access to that game too. Well, I did tell you, Sky, when I did an application for it. So, I don't know if you still can. Sigismund Süßmeier. But just try and Google Exobon. Sky, see, you might be able to sign up at the webpage. And what you have is Sky. We have already promoted it because Landmark is gonna get special access to the game and stream it at some point. Of course, it's that guy. And I have no idea how good the game is gonna be. I have no idea. But again, it's an exfil game, so I need to give it a look and see what it is, how good it might be. Alright, let's do a quick save here now. Dress up in the dark. That's not the money. Need somebody walking around out here. Hello. Soldier. I guess he's the guard here in the camp. It's not our money. I believe it's gonna get harder and harder for us to actually do this every time we do it. Maybe not. Can we find the keys? Yeah, they keep them on the chest. Yeah, we need the keys. We need the keys. God damn it! Let's try and leave him for now, and then we're gonna walk over to the lady instead. Also, I'm a bit afraid that because he's walking around and he's seen us, so that might. If we steal stuff, he might remember us and then alert the town that we are the thief, but we're gonna risk it. That's the wife. That's a good one. Got the keys right there. Bit of money. Oh, hell yes. Hell yes. That's our money. Got it. Oh, we want to take the poisons. We want to grab the poisons. She does have some strong potions here. We can use the quick finger here now. That can help us now. Yeah. Because this is going to give us... Thievery. What? We just failed a mission by stealing that. We can't, I'm sorry, but we cannot do that. Yeah, we cannot do that. I cannot skip a mission because I want to be able to play all the missions in the game. So we're just going to boot up here again, where we saved, and then we're going to start by stealing her and her potions, because that can help us in stealing more stuff. That's good to know, actually. Also, it's pretty clever game design. Hey, Omni. Wrong keys. Yeah, there's drops for this game, yes. And I have all the drops, but I'm not using them because the armor you get from the drops is pretty OP if you equip it when you boot up the game for the first time. You will get loot later on that is going to be better than what you get from the drops, from what I believe. But yeah, it's 2025, Omni. What did you expect? All new games have drops to it. No, I wouldn't call it silly, Omni. That's just how 2025 is. If you find that silly, then you're living under a rock. Like, that's how you do marketing these days. If you want to get more views on Twitch, you make drops. That's just how it is. Do I dislike it? Yes, I dislike it. It's there. It's in all games now. I disagree, Omni. It's not like saying the next Witcher will have loot boxes. I disagree with that. Like, the only purpose the drops have is to make more mouth-to-mouth talk about the game and more views on Twitch, because that is something that can actually make generate more sales. As in, there'll be people who do not even know about this game coming out, and suddenly they do, because this game is on top 5 most viewed games on Twitch. So, as a marketing standpoint, it is super clever and it's a must-do if you want to make more sales for the game. Personally, I don't like it neither, but it's just how it is. So therefore, I've managed to get myself the items from the drops, but I'm not using it. Oh, we will not make that! Ah! Let's clutch. Where's the potion? Yes. Alright, so... You know what? I'm not gonna risk it. I don't wanna... We're just gonna leave the rest on him. I don't wanna risk failing that mission again by stealing something that is not supposed to be stolen. Also, you can actually... Oh, I did not know that, Torso. So, does that mean if you missed out the Twitch drops, you can actually still spawn those items in your game by using the control commands? I actually think that's cool. That's actually nice done of the developers. Or a new skin for mod XP potions or something like that. I would say that XP potions might be more pay to win or watch to win. And also, if there was unique skin for mud, you can only obtain by watching the stream. Kind of the same as you can get an armor with a unique skin. I mean... Yes, the only reason I can save game is because I have Savior Snaps in my inventory, Omni. If I do not have Savior Snaps, I cannot save the game. Okay, Tommaso, that's pretty cool. Oh, I can hear somebody walk next to us. Sword, long sword. Oh, should we steal that? Should we steal his sword? Can I steal his sword? That's some money, but that's not our money. That's not the money we spend on him. Why is the money we spend? Are they gone? Is the in his pockets? Let's try to go for a bigger one this time. Alright. Oh, that's fine. I think we should sneak out of the camp now with all the items we have. I don't want to be interrupted by the fella now for him to just search us and find all the stolen items. So let's get out of here. Maybe his money is down here somewhere, or in the crate up there, maybe. Oh, let's have a look. Not here, maybe up there somewhere. Oh, come on. No. All right. Let's just move out of here. Oh yeah, there's definitely going to be promotions as well again with Twitch shops for the DLCs, because we already know now there are 2 DLCs planned for the game. We have no idea when the DLC comes out, but I'm not looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to complete this entire game, look upon the game for what it is, and then see what the DLC is going to have in store for us. The first game had a crazy DLC. Yeah. I see now, already now, people are talking on Reddit about what they hope will come with the DLC, as in new weapons. Like, from what I know, there's no flails in the game. So, flails in the game could be cool, I guess, with the DLC, if they did use flails in this era of the century. And I believe they did. Right, let's do a auto-pathing up here. Spotted a man bending down on the road ahead. He's searching a body laying on the road. There's a cart. Ooh. Stop and decide what to do next. Yes, we need to fight them. Got some bandits here. Suit up. Alright, where are they? You up here? Yeah. Arrows. Let's go for a long arrow. Yeah, so he cannot run. So that's where I see that archery works. You just need to write the right points, because if I hit somebody with an arrow, he cannot sprint anymore. And he's going to be weakened. So archery does work, you just need to play it right. I really like DLC allowing you to rebuild destroyed town. To be fair, the DLCs were quite good. Yeah, again, I have no idea. Like, I have not tried the first game. I have no idea. The other thing I know about the first DLC is I watched a recap of the story of the first game. So, would you say, let's say I play and I complete this game. Would it still be worth it for me to go back and play through the first game? Or is the experience from this game and how good it is, will it be so good it's going to ruin the experience from the first game? First game is still up there? That's good to know. So I guess if I'm not satisfied with my hunger of butchering people in the medieval times from this game, I can always just boot up the first game. It's more hardcore though, but I like hardcore. I like the challenge, so that might be a selling point for me. This is easy compared to the first one, Emo. Yeah, that right there only might be the selling point for me to go back and try the first game then. I really enjoy a challenge in a game like this.
I'm always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you.
God be with you.
God be with you. Sorry, God, I'm an atheist. Can't be with you. Tuva! Yeah, our current sword right here is still the best one. The Bacillard, or however you pronounce that, the Bacillard. What would they do to a person if they said that? They will hang you. You will be a heretic, a heathen. That's longsword. Oh, wrong keys. Put that in, put that in, put it in the bin. I have two bows here. I believe the one I have is a better option. The ash hunting bow, but just wait to be sure. Right, store this. And that. Options. I need to read all of these. That is saving us so much money. Just stealing all of these instead of buying them. Wait. Oh, there is a guy up in the town up here. Truskovitz. There is a scholar up here that has a ton of books for sale. I can just sneak up there and steal them, I guess, when my theory is high enough for it. Also, since we're here, what is the time right now? It's 4 o'clock in the morning. That might be too soon. You know what? We could try go steal a horse and then ride it back to the nomads and... No. You know what? No, that's a bad idea, because if that guard spotted us and he's gonna say we are the one who is the thief, then we would just ride down there to be caught immediately. So we're not gonna do that now. We're gonna do that at some other point. So we are gonna rest for now. And save the game. Good to see you, David. Hope you're doing good today, brother. Good evening, my sir. May I interest you in hearing the story of my Lord and Savior, Simon the Milf Hunter? Alright, did they actually... No, we're good. We're good. So he did not see us do any fiddly-faddly stuff down there, and he did not, was not suspicious about us, so we're good. We're good down there. Now, I think we should go and have a little time in the bathhouse with all we have to offer. And then we need to go out and find mud. What is our stats in carry weight? We are fine. We need to eat something. So, food. Eat the sausage.
I'm sorry.
So yeah, talking about Simon the Milf Hunter. Dorothy, how are you doing today?
I need a bath.
Certainly. We're open.
She's open. We're gonna go for the full service.
Do you have some pretty girl here who could,
Oh, she doesn't have to be pretty.
Don't worry. Once my girls get their hands on you, you'll forget all your sorrows. At least for a little while.
I can't wait.
Great. But it'll cost you.
We're gonna haggle.
Let's talk about the price.
Certainly.
And then,
No problem.
we're gonna tip her with a bit extra. So we're gonna get the special delivery.
Excellent. I'm sure you'll be very satisfied.
Yes.
Look, don't try that again. I've no need for stuff like that. Oof. I'd rather wash Miner's clothes than this.
Don't tell my wife.
It happens. Just watch where you're going next time.
It happens. Okay. Let's go find mud. So we need to go down here to that road, and then we need to follow that road up. And there's also a mission up here at the so that's not herbalist, it's herbalist, right? Is that pronounced herbalist, or do you actually pronounce it herbalist? Do not tell me it's pronounced herbalist. If a herb is pronounced herb, then this needs to be pronounced as herbalist, right? Herbalist. If you haggle and decrease the price, you level your speech level. Yes, but if I tip them, then I will actually gain faster reputation, Tommaso. Second? Okay, so it's herbalist. Yeah? Herbalist? Herbalist. It's herbalist, not herbalist. God damn, man. Englishman and your grammar. Sorry, but people say Danish is one of the hardest to learn and understand. No. No, it isn't. English. Just look at the spelling and how you pronounce it. Wednesday? No, it's Wednesday. Thursday? No, it's Thursday. It's not bow, it's bow. Is it bow or bow? Bill, bow, bow. English, English.
Hear ye, good people. How you'll learn that the church is rotten. Hear what Master Jan
I will say Danish grammar is just as fucked up. I will say that, but it's in another way. It's fucked up in another way. Yes, Barrow, like bow or bow. And it's two different things, but it's spelled the same way. Is there actually any... There must be a lot of sentences then in the terms of English where if you write it, then the reader can actually completely fuck it up, like misunderstand the sentence by reading it. Because the intentions of what you're writing can be read in a different way. That must have occurred many times. That must occur daily. in English. Depends on the context. Yeah, like there must be situations where the context is being misunderstood because of how the way you're spelling stuff and using the same word with different pronunciations or whatever it's called. Moving on. My brain can't take it. Meltdown. Like cock. Cock-a-doodle. Hello?
What? Hey, you!
Hornet?
Yes? How about stretching those limbs and getting some light exercise?
Oh, we know what's gonna happen here.
Who's this that chance has brought my way? I'm Peter, but everyone calls me...
The hunter with a big long bow was taking a bow to his wife, which was wearing a purple bow today.
Just when you say of scallots.
Yeah, that one's fucked up.
Well, it's just my way of saying I'm not from these parts. Besides, my name doesn't hold a candle to yours.
Was she taking a big bow with him, or
my opponents say the blows I give them
was it the hunter with the big bow was taking his bow?
Let's do it.
Let's fight.
Exactly. Now you're talking. What are we fighting for?
Teach me something. Money or cheat? What did you do? We want his money, or do we want him to teach us something? Teach. In Oregon, there's a place very near a nude beach that's called Cock Rock. People try to call it Rooster Rock instead, but for obvious reason, they still call the other name. Okay, that's fun. That's fun. Cheats? Yeah, we're gonna go with cheats, yeah?
I have a proposition. If you win, you take the money. If I win, you teach me some of your skills.
I can tell you how to improve your stamina. How about that?
Yeah, that's actually good. Stamina is king in this game.
Ha! I can't wait to win.
Boy.
Oh, shit! What the?
That was a good
That's
fight.
what in the throat?
Very good. Perhaps I'll have better luck next time. So, you wanted to know about stamina. It's a good idea to start by limbering up and stretching your body a bit. Then you won't strain your muscles as often. This may sound like cheap advice, but it's not something that should be underestimated.
I'll bear that in mind. Thanks.
Okay, I was just about to say, at least what he told us did improve our vitality. If that did not, if he just was saying that without that giving us anything, I would murder him. I would murder him. I want to murder him. Should we murder him? Can we murder this guy? Is this guy going to be important later on in the game, or can we murder him?
Oh, bastard!
Woo! No failed missions. Oh, there's no failed mission prompt. Wow, look at that gear! Look at that! Worth it. And money. Make a pull for that? Too late. It's recurring NPC. Every time you beat him, he can teach you something. Well, for the people who want to know, can you actually play this game as an hardship? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. All right. We're going to keep him alive, okay? We're going to keep him alive. I would hate that we've been missing out stuff in the game later on just because getting a little upgrade. Took an arrow to the yars. Oh, can we do this?
Ow! Ow! Are you trying to run me over, you idiot?
No? I'm sorry.
Quick!
Sweat with her for now and go for mud.
Quick! Quick!
Whoa. Hey, lad. What do you want? Come here. I'm not going anywhere. Make me.
Now you're going to get it!
Don't you fuck with me!
I yield. Mercy.
Let me live!
Do we agree that he pulled the sword on us first? He pulled the blade on us. Am I right?
There'll be no mercy. Fight!
Brutal. Yeah, a lot of dices, yeah. A lot of, I do think I have some let's see. We have these. These should be okay, I guess. Yeah. Always rolls a 3, not 2, and especially not a 4. So I'm listening.
Dead. And robbed of everything, just like Capon left him. And there's no trace of mud.
I think the full Skyrim imagery look better. I agree. I see what you're trying to go for here, but I agree that there's a lot of things going on here where Skyrim is way more minimalistic and clean, and I prefer inventories to be minimalistic. I agree with that.
A nice bit of venison. and something took a good bite of it. Could Mutt have been here? Mutt's nowhere around. Someone must have taken him in. It's not far to the herb woman's place. Maybe I should ask her whether she's seen him.
Okay, Tommaso, so, yes, so this guy surrendered, and I decided to kill him. Which is bad to do of me, especially if somebody sees it. But I did see we did lose reputation by saying, no, you're dead. Because I killed him, will we then still lose reputation because there was no witnesses? Are we still losing reputation then? Sounds like you have a hardware issue then, Sparrow. What, did we lose reputation now because of it? I mean, people look happy. Our reputation right now is fine, actually. I did take a perk that is really good for it. Let's see here. I think it's in... Is it in here? Yeah. This one. Local hero. No. This one. Memorable. This one is really potent if you want to level your reputation across all factions in the game really fast. Because this makes it so if I do something that gives good reputation, then the word is going to spread to other places in the game. So this one is really potent if you want a power level reputation in the game. Yes, if you see notification reputation lost, you will lose it. It's not much, but it built up over time of your slaughter. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. It's fine. It's fine. All right. We got a new perk here. After performing a perfect dodge, a dodge in the window for perfect block, you get a... This can be really powerful for my playstyle because I am using dodging so much. Over that. No. And this one as well. Right, so it has to be either we're gonna go for the dominant hand or we're gonna go for Totentanz. It's German. Totentanz means death dance, death dancing. What do you think we should go for? Like this one makes it so when we're using, like we are right now, using a one-handed sword or a shield, we get a shit ton of perks from it. Less stamina, more block efficiency, yada yada yada. So it's either that, or it's we will do more damage when we do a perfect dodge. What should we go for? Damage after a perfect dodge, or commence to the duelist with the one-handed. I agree, David. Does that mean that if a bandit starts fleeing from me and I kill him, will I lose reputation as well for that then? I hope not. I like hunting them. This is good. Yeah, so this one, Gladiator, also one-handed. So that means 2 perks for using one-handed swords only. Okay, only the surrender, good. So we can actually really right now commence into going for the duelist for the one-handed sword and get some perks for it. That's going to make us powerful. So the question is, should we go down that route now? I mean, eventually you can unlock all perk points in the game. Should we go for that now? Or should we keep the game open so we can still swap between long swords and the one-handed? Because there are other things in here that is really potent as well. Like this one as well, Showtime. Because we will use the Master Strike a lot, that gives us more stamina. So that's good as well. This one, fully charged. This one as well is powerful. Craftsmanship level will count as 3 levels higher during blacksmithing. And all sword-like weapons will get 25% less damage in combat. Wow, we got some good options in here. We got some in here as well. I think this one. Improve fast and craftsmanship and theory skills. Need that. Yeah, so start with going universal perks. I think that is a good option. Yes, start with the more universal perks because we might suddenly find a longsword that is going to be miles better than the current one-handed, and then it'll be pretty annoying to lock ourselves into only using one-handed swords. So I'd say we're going to go for that as well. Yes, more universal. All right. If the opponent defends against your attempt to stun or stove, no. When you're wanted for a crime, you gain. No. The dirtier you are, the harder it will be. There's not really any points right here that I really want, so I think we're gonna save that point. Theory. You're almost silent when using a lockpick. That can be good. Rapid flight. That is if we fail the pickpocketing. No, I think don't worry about that. Hidden pockets. If a guard searches you, there's a 33% chance you won't find. That's such a dice roll. So I'd rather just try to avoid being spotted. You can tell which stolen items are considered stolen in the locations you are currently in. The red hand icon indicates items considered stolen in your current location. The grey hand indicates those that are not considered stolen in this location. Such items can be sold to a merchant without worry, and guards won't confiscate them during a search. This can be good.
I cannot believe my very own farter would infect me with bad pooper again. Os ki chis ats chimi sun matsk chinla. I am so glad I bought that little kid's pool I can sit in and game and shit all day long.
Sorry to announce, but KCD is down tonight. Game will be available again tomorrow morning.
No fucking way, hell no.
No.
I am cursed. Bedtime then.
Thank you, Sky. Thank you. So what was I? Yes. So basically, I can understand this in two different ways. The grey hand, which means an item is still stolen, that means I can wear the item in the current location without being spotted as the item is stolen. But I believe as long as the item is marked stolen, then I will not get the full amount of money for it by selling it. So I don't think I'm going to take this perk, because what I do is when I steal items, I put them into my save container, and then I let them sit there for the next 3 or 4 in-game days, because then they will not be marked stolen anymore, and I can use them. So this one can be good, but right now for me, I think that other perks are better. That being something like Silent Fiddler. So we are going to go with that. Good. Now, swords. So I think we are gonna go for. It's either gonna be Swordmaker's Wisdom or it's gonna be Showtime. I think Swordmaker's Wisdom, because then we can start actually getting more out of stuff when we're crafting out of blacksmith. So we're gonna go with that. And then over here, I think Toten. Yeah, this one. Totentans. Totentans. That is. We're gonna go for that. Good. Alright, Mud. Now, okay, now we need to go down to the herbalist woman. Or say. You won't recognize the item. The tax doesn't lower the price of thing. It basically tells you the. All right. In that case, it's a good perk then. In that case, it's a good perk. Then it's a perk that I should have picked then instead then, because that means you can actually just steal stuff, put it, take to another town, put it in a crate, and then you can see if it's a grey hand. You can just straight up sell him to people in the town and make money for it. So then yeah, in that case, that perk I should actually have went for that perk instead then. Maybe not. I mean, Maybe not. Improving lockpicking, making lockpicking easier is still a really good option, so... Oh! Let's go wash the blood out first.
Will you help an old woman, young man?
I'm not a young man, I'm a middle-aged man. Yeah.
Thank you once again for saving Sir Hans's life. And mine. I promised I'd pay you back, and I keep my word. So please accept this token of gratitude on behalf of me and Sir Hans.
Thank you, Henry. You're an honorable man who doesn't make promises lightly. I'll put it aside for Pavlena. And since you're here, would you help an old woman with something? It's about Pavlena.
Has something happened?
My daughter, Pavlena. Remember her?
Oh, yes, I do.
She was here when I was healing you two.
I remember. What's wrong with her?
She's missing. It's not like her to be wandering around like that. She goes to ᾃᛟᛁᚾ to sell baskets, but she knows I can't manage on my own, so she never stays away for long. These old eyes of mine can't see nothing much. Pavlena has to take care of me. She's a good girl, that lass of mine. I'm very worried about her. You understand? What if something's happened to her? God forbid. I can't look for her myself, but you could. I know I'm asking a lot of you, but I've no one else to turn to.
Do you think anyone might want to hurt Pavlena?
These are evil times, Henry. I dread to think what could happen to a young girl alone on the road. And besides, the folk in ᾃᛟᛁᚾ ain't too fond of us.
There's all sorts of folk around, and the roads can be dangerous. That's true enough.
It's folk that are dangerous, lad.
Did it occur to you she might have run off? She's a young girl, and pretty. What kind of life does she have here in the woods? Maybe she wanted to live a little.
You don't know Pavlena. She's not like that. If she wanted to live a little, she'd tell me straight out. She doesn't keep things from me. Don't imagine I keep her here against her will, or that I don't know what it means to be young.
Where exactly was Pavlena going?
To ᾃᛟᛁᚾ. She was taking wicker baskets she'd made. She sells them there and uses the coin to buy what we need. Sometimes it takes her a while, but this time she said she'd be right back. I have a bad feeling about this.
Pavlena is young and, well, no offense, but you seem a little old to be her mother. Is she really your daughter?
She is. Not by birth, but that doesn't change anything. Her mother died in childbirth, and there was no one but me to take care of her.
And who was Pavlena's birth mother?
A girl from the charcoal burners. They left the county, and I think she had no one else. I buried her myself. No one came for her.
And do you know anything about Pavlena's father?
I don't know who he was. Pavlena's mother was very young, and the fella surely abandoned her when her belly grew. She never told me nothing about him.
Well, as a midwife, I'm sure you've seen it often. Well, that the mother doesn't survive childbirth.
All too often, lad. But that's the lot of women. Or is it any different where you're from?
No, it's not. True enough.
See then? Now, can we just keep our minds on Pavlena?
All right, good wife. I'll try to find Pavlena for you.
Thank you, Henry. Like I said, she was heading for Troskovitz. You should start looking there.
All right. I'll ask around there for her.
And maybe you could look in her room in the loft. My old legs ain't up to climbing stairs, but you might find some clues there.
So Pavlena is missing. We need to find her.
So, Pavlena, what have you left for me? Clothes. If she planned to run away, she'd have taken them with her. Like she got up and went straight out.
Tommaso, take care, man. Thank you for tuning in. Sleep tight, brother. See you soon.
She's got unfinished work here. Hey, this is a boy's cap. Does Pavlena wear it? Or did someone leave it here? I had a look in Pavlena's place in the loft.
And? Did you find anything?
I found a cap there. A man's cap. I don't suppose Pavlena would wear something like that.
You're saying she had some young man here? I'd surely have noticed.
I don't know, good wife. I'm just saying what I found.
Could she have found herself a beau in Troskovitz?
She didn't pack up her stuff. I don't think she was planning to be gone for long.
I told you, didn't I? Pavlena wouldn't run off.
She's got unfinished work there. She weaves baskets.
Aye, she usually has a few on the go. But she took them to the market in Troskovitz. We've got nothing here but what we make ourselves, or find in the woods. Pavlena weaves baskets very nicely. Folk buy them from her.
What do you think? Do you think she ran off, or...?
I'm looking for Marika, and I heard you know her.
I do. I know her quite well, in fact. But what do you want from her?
She's lost, and I'm trying to find her.
Henry, I think you'd best leave her alone.
Why? If she's in danger, I can help her.
Marika was here with her lover.
Okay, so she ran
He
off.
was in rough shape. Blood everywhere.
What? Her lover? What happened?
Aye, with Bohush from Samin. Poor girl. She was terribly afraid of something. I begged them to stay here. Said they were in no danger here. But nothing came of it. I went to pick some herbs, and when I came back, they were gone.
Do you know who she was so afraid of?
Everyone, as far as I know. Her own family and the people of Samin.
How come?
Most didn't approve of her relationship with Bohush. Both families took it as an affront to their honor. But that's all I know.
Do you know what happened to them?
Sadly, I don't. Marika was terrified. She didn't want to talk about it at all. And then they were gone.
Do you have any idea where they might have gone?
Marika told me a few times about a cave chamber in Apollonia.
Apollonia,
I've
all
never
right.
been there myself.
In Apollonia?
Know where that is.
That's a long way to go.
At least you can see
That's
how
the right side of the
scared
map.
she was to stay here. I fixed Bohush up the best I could. I hope they made it.
Do you know where exactly it is?
I do. You start from Trotsky and go in the direction where the woodcutters cleared the biggest gap in the forest. The entrance should be somewhere on the right side of the valley. There should be one little rock wedged between two big ones. I remember that because Marika told me that she sometimes feels just as small, like she's stuck between two big worlds.
Thank you. I'll try to find her there.
Well, that's all I know about her, lad.
All right. Thanks for your help.
Nice. This is where we can use Mott whenever we get Mott.
Have you seen a stray dog around?
Talking about Mott.
I thought he was dead, but he's likely still alive.
I'm sorry. I haven't seen any dogs around.
Oh, sucker. Do you have any idea where else he might have gone?
If I were a dog, I'd go to where there's food. There are plenty of fishermen around the pond, and they're always throwing out leftovers at the tavern.
Do you think he'd go and steal leftover food?
I don't know much about dogs. He could have run into the woods and started hunting. He wouldn't be the first or the last. There's a whole pack of wolves near Samin these days. Maybe your dog's gone feral and is running around with them.
Thanks.
Take care now.
Okay. I think Mott is our priority right now. Let's see if we can get him. So, ask about Mott in the tavern. Or all the way up there to the fisherman's hut. Let's start up there then.
I need someone who's capable and has a good head on his shoulders.
Here we are.
And most linger on if you got food up before bed and then gave your bishop's hat.
What are you two talking about then?
Ah, the worthy gent is interested in our discourse. An honor indeed.
What's your name?
My name is Henry.
Did you steal that horse? No.
Enrico.
The horse I right
Give
now
your
is
verdict
Pebble.
on our dispute.
Aye, don't be shy. Come and sit with us.
It's Henry. H-E-N... Whatever.
Ah, any tanner or bathhouse boy could be called Henry. Enrico is nobilissimo.
Oh, for the love of God. Will you just tell me what you were discussing?
Ah, it's just that my dear friend George here is a vulgar louse who knows as much about the art of poetry as a baying donkey.
To tell the truth, my last encounter with verse didn't end all that well.
Really? Come on, let's discuss it over a beer.
Man to man, poet to poet.
Well, I wouldn't exactly say I was...
Sit.
So, are you going to tell me what you're talking about?
It's about nothing less than the very essence of the art of poetry.
And also about the fact that Michael here hasn't got his oats for ages and it's got his brain in a twist.
Kindly ignore our friend George here. He's been a simple soul ever since he was dropped on his head as a baby.
Freedom. I figured out poetry ain't to be found in inspiration from the muse. All the truth in the world is right there in ale, roast pig, and fucking.
To the point where
I
fornication
scam you.
and drinking leave no time for actual composing. Better to forego the pleasures of the flesh and give oneself to art. Onorate l'altissima poeta.
Aye, aye. Keep your hair on, mate. As I said, he's not in his right mind. He once met an Italian poet, and ever since he thinks he's Dante Alighieri.
Alighieri, you dolt. So what do you think, Enrico? Where should a poet seek inspiration?
Well, I rather doubt it's to be found in beer or some wench's cleavage. Those might be nice to look at, but an artist should seek inspiration in higher things.
My very words. Let's drink to that.
However you look at it, you, my friend, as a worldly...
And highborn.
Clever.
Experienced.
Intrepid.
Unique.
In short, just the right fella.
You might be able to help us out with something.
What are you after?
Enrico, we are in need of an adventurer.
My name's Henry. H-E-N... something.
In short, Enrico, we're in need of an adventurer. A man of action. A man of goodwill. A man of knowledge. A man.
A fucking good fella.
A fellow who helps his fellow man. Aspiring minstrels.
If only you knew, mate, what genius is sleeping in our throats. Songs just waiting for a voice to raise you to the heights of glory.
Imagine it. An ode to Henry, the hapless, hoe-wielding hero, harassing the heartless hordes of
The humans?
That's it! Hark! Henry the Lionheart! The only thing missing for you to achieve glory is...
a loot! We need a loot!
All right, but where would I even get a thing like that?
In the words of the poet, una volta corre il cane, e una altra la lepre. He who seeks shall find. Or something like that.
And finding it won't be hard. We've done a bit of snooping, and there's only one in these parts.
It's hanging all forlorn on a wall at the carpenters in Troskowitz.
That's funny, this guy.
Directly opposite the Rathaus.
It ain't no use to him. He won't sell it, the tight ass.
Ja, ik weet wel. Enrico is de ding Italiaan voor Henry.
It will sing like a nun on Sunday.
And it will be the torch lighting our way from this provincial purgatory to the gates of Kuttenberg.
Torch? Shit, you want to fucking burn it?
It's a metaphor, you ignorant oaf.
All right, I'll see what I can do. Please just quieten down for a bit.
God be with you, neighbor.
Yeah, so that waitress was just... Yeah, there we go, okay. She was starting the entire time while we were having the conversation. You're right, Alex.
God bless you.
Good to see you.
Good afternoon.
Excuse me, I'm looking for a friend of mine. He's not from round here, but...
Let me guess. A dirty ruffian who ain't got a grosh into his name, but acts like he owns
That's nice,
the
guy.
bloody
That's
place.
good.
He was here then?
Aye, he was. He was larging it up, good and proper, and then he found some lads who paid his bill, unfortunately.
What do you mean by that? Why unfortunately?
Because they're right ruffians who are always up to no good, but still birds of a feather, eh? In the end, they left like best pals, but I've got no idea where they went.
Meanwhile, let me slip my hand underneath your dress.
My dog got lost not far from here. Did you see him by any chance?
I haven't seen any dogs round here for a while, but I hear there's wolves in the forest causing problems. Just the other day, a shepherd boy from Kopanina complained that his sheep were being eaten by the flea-ridden beasts.
Where can I find this shepherd?
Siegfried? He has a hut at Kopanina. It's just below the castle, on the back slope of the hill.
And you haven't heard anything else about wild dogs?
Here, in the tavern? No. But there was a fella here who gets by doing a bit of poaching. He said once he was hunting when, right in front of him, a large pack attacked a deer. A mix of wolves and dogs, he said. That's not something you see every day.
Do you know where that was?
How would I know where he goes hunting? But I'd say it was in the forest.
In the forest. It's up there. Yeah, that's mud. So we got two places now to search for mud. And this is where we should try and search for the girl. Yeah. Yes.
They spend their
Yes,
wages
yes.
at the bars on girls who wash
Alright,
their pots.
since I need to work tomorrow, I have to end the stream here. So